Hello and welcome back to our studios. And today we're still giving you updates on the war between Iran and Israel, and now that the US entered the same and destroyed the nuclear sites in Iran. And Iran vowed to retaliate in a big way, but the retaliation that we saw yesterday was not as per what we expected Iran to do so. And that is what they expected. And I know most people are expecting that, are trying to think, will the US retaliate on the few strikes that, or few missiles that Iran sent to their bases in Iraq, Qatar, and Kuwait? I'll tell you, no, the US won't retaliate. And this is the reasons why the US won't retaliate to such a childish missile launches to their bases in Qatar, Kuwait, and Iraq. One thing that happens within war is Iran knows that they don't have the might currently to go against any other powers, especially the superpower like the US. They know if they send other missiles that would strike any facility of the US anywhere in the world, they know that they will be over. The Iranian regime state, the Republic State of Iran will be over. They're already over, and for now they want to survive. And the best way is to coward. The best way they can survive now is to, you see what Khamenei is doing to Trump, is to kneel down and apologize. And they don't apologize militarily. They don't apologize like we do as a friend. No, you do what they did yesterday. So you call your enemy, you tell them, I'm sending these missiles, this number of missiles at this place. Are you able to counter them? Because they don't want to cause mass destruction. Because if they cause the mass destruction, that means that the enemy will retaliate in a very aggressive way. So that is what they do. So Iran called the US and told them, we'll be sending 13 missiles. We'll be sending 13 missiles your way, and we want to know whether you guys will be able to stop them. And you said that's nothing to us. Just send them. And the purpose of doing that is to show the people that, we said we will retaliate, and we retaliated. No, so we are not cowards. And they used to be like, this is a secret thing. We will not talk about this to the people and all that. And that is why the US won't retaliate to those missiles, because they expected it to come. It came in a very weak way. No fatalities, no destructions of property, so there's no need of them retaliating to that. So that is why US won't retaliate for such a missiles, shaky and weak missiles back to Iran. But the truth is, the Islamic regime of Islam is completely down, and they cannot stand on their own. And as I told you earlier, Russia will not join this war, and China will not join this war. That is what most people are afraid of, that if US does this, China will join the war, and Russia will join the war. Then we'll be in the third world war. No, we cannot be in the third world war, and third world war will never be there. Russia don't have what it costs to go to head on with the US currently. Remember, they've been fighting in Ukraine for the last 2 years now. And Ukraine has showed that the weaknesses of Russia, that I know the US will capitalize on them in the moment Putin thinks that he can throw missiles to the US facilities anywhere in this world, and that will be the end of Putin, and he won't even achieve whatever he wants to achieve in Ukraine. If Ukraine has deterred Russia all this long, do you think the US will take a minute to destroy Putin and even assassinate him? It will be so quick. With China, yes, they have the tools to go to war, but they don't have the experience in war. And that is why the US will completely destroy them immediately. They have the plans that they've made, that they say they are the best plans, comparing that to the US plans. They are the best ballistic missiles, and they're comparing to the US ballistic missiles. But those missiles have not been tested in war yet. So you can't compare someone who has experience, someone who doesn't have experience. The same thing that the Russians did when they said they have the best weapons ever. But when they tested those weapons in a war area, in a wartime, some of those misfired, some of those had problems, some of those had problems that made them to go back to their drawing board to see how they can fix them immediately. And that is what I'm trying to say. I don't think if any of these nations are ready to go to war with the US now. Yes, the US might take fatalities, but not much as those countries will take those fatalities. The US has been in war for the longest, and they have mastered the art of war, what to do, when, and where, and how. And their guys are ready for that because they are warlords, warmongers. So that marks the end of rumors of the Third World War, and it's over now. Iranians will go back to a democratic country, a more prosperous country that is not led by Islamic guys. And yeah, it shall be good for them. And we're praying that Ali Khamenei, the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, will step down as requested by the Prince of Iran.